Hey guys, I just got my hands on a Cotopaxi 35-liter dark edition, and I wanted to show you all of the things that I love about this bag. And also in this video, I'm going to compare it to the colorful version that I already have, and I'm going to show you how this is a new version of the 35-liter that has some new features, and I wanted to compare it to the old one so that you can see the differences between the two and how they've updated the bag. So let's get at it. So before we get started, I just wanted to share a little bit about me because you might be wondering, who is this chick and who does she think she is talking to me about travel? Well, I just want to tell you a little bit about who I am. I love travel. I have been to more than 60 countries solo, and I have traveled to every single country in geographic Europe, like multiple times. Let's see, what else do you want to know about me? I'm a backpack only traveler. I always travel with at least, because it's never anything more than a 35-liter backpack, which is small. It's like this big right here. I can go months on end with this. I'm a budget traveler, minimalist packer. I try to find ways to lighten my load every single time that I travel. I love staying in hostels. I feel like this is a get to know me little section. Anyway, that's just a little bit about me so that you know, like, my credibility as far as like, why am I even talking to you about travel? And that's why. Okay, so first of all, if you're not familiar with the Cotopaxi brand, they are known for their outdoor gear, obviously, but they're also, in my opinion, an excellent leader in the urban backpacking world. Honestly, I have seen nothing really any better than the Cotopaxi bags for urban backpacking. So if you want to go to cities and you want to carry your stuff on your back and you want to go from city to city and you want to do that kind of stuff, and you're not really looking for a bag for, let's say, camping. I mean, it still can work for camping, but camping and urban backpacking are completely different worlds. This Cotopaxi, any of their backpacks are totally meant for urban backpacking, for taking things on planes, for taking your bag on trains, for traveling from city to city. They're just ideal for that kind of scenario. So let me kind of show you some of the features of this bag. First of all, with Cotopaxi, they're known for their colors. Okay, let me show you the older version that I have. Okay, this is the version I currently have. This dark version is actually my sister. She let me borrow it for this demonstration. She just barely got it. She hasn't even used it yet. But anyway, this is the colorful version. This version has gone with me to like probably 60 countries. It's amazing. I love this bag. It has gone all over the place and it's just so wonderful. But I love the colors on it, but some people it's too much for them. And so I think that's why Cotopaxi came out with the dark edition, because they knew that people loved the features of their bag and they wanted color, but they just wanted a pop of color. Kind of like what I'm wearing today. I've just got a pop of color in my earrings and on my headband, and it's kind of the same idea with this bag. Okay, so what they've done is they still have all this, the features are still the same. Now I do have the older edition, so I will show you some of the things that they've changed in this newer edition, but basically it's the same kind of idea. So let me show you. Let's open this up. First of all, let's talk about the outside. The outside, you have grab handles. You have them all the way around the bag. You have them on the bottom, you have them on the sides, you have them on the top, and these are all in color. And then they have the zippers and the zipper pulls. These are all in color as well, and they're different colors. So you have all different kinds of colors. You have your little tabs to connect things. You've got your backpack straps on the back. These are black, but the accents are in color. And then this part is in color. It's just so cute. They did such a great job on this. It's really, really fun. Anyway, and there's a bag, there's a strap in the center as well. So I wanted to show you some. Let's open this bag up wide open so you can see the inside. Now the inside is going to be very similar to the brightly colored one. It's got all of these, but they're more subdued colors. As you can see, you've got like more of a sporty type green instead of a really loud dark lime green. You have yeah, but you've got all of this is colorful on the inside, and the layout is pretty similar to the older bag. There's a few things that are different, and I'll show those to you in a second. But basically, I wanted to show you all of the features of this particular bag so that you can see maybe this is something that you want to buy. If you are an urban backpacker, I highly recommend that you look at this bag. You will not be disappointed. Let me just tell you that I compared a lot of different bags when I was ultimately deciding on mine. I got a bunch of different bags and I looked at them and I compared them, and I was like, there's no question that the Allpa 35 Cotopaxi bag for me was exactly what I was looking for. All of the organization, there isn't anything wasted. Like The Osprey brand, for example, is a fantastic backpack. A lot of people really love it, but the ones that I looked at had so much padding that I was like, why? Why do I need padding? This is just like, I mean, I guess if you're taking camera equipment, but I was just taking my clothes. I don't need padding for that. And it was just so much wasted space. That was the particular one that I looked at. Maybe they've updated their stuff. I can't say for sure, but I'm just saying when I was comparing them, that was one of the things I did not like about that bag. The padding was ridiculous. And it just didn't seem like you could fit as much stuff, and the things weren't well organized as the Cotopaxi. So that's one of the things I'm going to show you on here. See, as you can see, you've got like this pocket right here. It's huge, and this is your top pocket inside. You've got this pocket right here. This extends all the way up into the top. Extends all the way up into the top. And once again, it's the colorful fabric on the inside. This one is your main compartment. And this one also extends the full, this one extends the full part. This is where you're going to put most of your main things. Let's show you the outside pockets. As I showed you, you have your grab handles, but on the outside, on the front, you have two pockets. You have this one right here. This one's actually a huge pocket. This is really, really big. You can fit lots and lots of things in this. And then you have this mesh pocket. And what I love also is that a lot of their pockets are mesh, which is really nice to keep things, well, they're see-through. For one, you can see what's inside of it. That's the same thing with these. You can see what's inside. But also, like, the breathability. If you have something wet or if you have something damp, you can put something in there. It's going to dry easier with the mesh. Things aren't going to get musty and stinky. I really like the mesh. Let me show you this other smaller pocket. This one right here. This would be just a tiny pocket. Maybe I wouldn't put valuables in this because this is going to be like right out. You can't lock it or anything. And I'm not sure what it's exactly intended for. But for me, I'd put things like, if I wanted snacks or if I wanted, my earbuds or like, maps, a journal, different things like this. Not my passport, not my wallet. I would not put passport and wallet in here. But that's just me. I would not do that. So anyway, this is really fun. Now you could put more valuable type things in this one if you wanted, because there is the ability to lock it. You do have two zippers on this one. So you could lock this potentially. And so if you wanted to put more valuable items on the outside, you could do that. And then anyway, and what's also nice is that the zipper pulls, the zippers themselves are the YKK zippers. If you're not familiar with that, those are high-end zippers. They're not going to come off the track as easy. I mean, you don't want to have this bursting at the seams and just struggling to try to get it closed. I mean, I never want to do that to a zipper anyway, because I don't want to take the chances of throwing the zipper off and getting it off the track. I don't want to do that. But the YKK zippers are just going to be superior to any of your other kinds of zippers. They just make this a really, really good bag. So anyway, that's the features of the dark. That's just, going over the dark, the different things that I love about it, the accent colors, just the black bag. It just looks very sleek. It looks very contemporary. It feels like you're still fun, but you're just subdued. My good friend Anton, when I was traveling with him and he saw my bag, he's like, well, you really should get a dark one, because then you're not going to be so noticeable. Then your bag's not going to look so like, oh, the gate agents are going to look at it to like see the size. And he has some points there. If you're more subdued, perhaps you're not going to be as like, whoa, there's the girl with the brightly colored bag. I still like the brightly colored. And I love this too. I think I would probably actually, this is a strong contender for my love. So anyway, I wanted to show you that bag, but I wanted to compare it also to the bag that I have. Like, let me show you the colorful one so that you can see the difference. It's just, the colors are just everywhere. So instead of it just being like the accent colors on the outside and then the inside having more color, the colors are everywhere. So as you can see, you've got your same pocket. This pocket's the same as the other one. The difference with this one versus the other one is this one only has one zipper pull on this outside pocket. What they did with this is that they have the tabs that you put your zipper underneath so that it can't be opened that way. That's the safety feature of that. But the other one, they put the two zipper pulls on it so that you can actually lock it. So that's actually a really, really good improvement. In my opinion, I think that's really smart, especially for urban backpacking. The more zippers that you can physically lock with a lock, the better off you are, I personally feel. So anyway, you've got that, that little front pocket. We don't on this particular one, and this is an update. So this isn't a colorful versus dark issue. This is a an edition issue. So this is the newer 35 liter. This is a slightly older one. This one's a couple of years old. And so if you buy a colorful one now, you're going to have all the same features as this dark one does. You're going to have this front pocket. You're going to have this front pocket on here. The older one doesn't have this pocket. It only has this one that I'm showing you, the main pocket that I showed you on that one. That's the only one that this one has. It doesn't have that extra pocket. So that's just something for you to know. Okay, so let's look on the inside. The inside of this bag. Now this, like I said, this is an edition issue. This is not a dark versus colorful. This is how it's different with the newer 35 liter. So we're going to open this one up and I'm going to kind of show you, where's the pools on these? Okay, this is the dark one. Okay, let me show you some things on the other. This is the older edition right here, this one in the back. So this older edition, we actually have 2 pockets and they're smaller pockets. And this newer one, they just have one big pocket. So they must have gotten some feedback from people, or they just wanted to try something new. So this big pocket right here is what you have there instead of the 2 smaller ones. I'm indifferent about that. I think the 2 small ones have been really nice to kind of put smaller items in and keep things a little bit more organized. But you can organize within the bigger pouch too. It's fine. Either way is fine. This right here is pretty much the exact same as this new one. They haven't changed the ability to go up behind this section, which I really love. The colors are more bright, as you can see, than this one's a little bit more subdued. This side right here does have a different feature. This one right here, the older version, has this little small pocket on the side of the large pocket area, and you can put things in there like all kinds of things. Money, potentially. You could put like extra little items that you just want to kind of have tucked over on the side, kind of hidden on the side of the bag. They don't have that on the new one. So they must have gotten some feedback that people didn't really like it or didn't really use it, and so they didn't put it into the new one. The new one also does not have this other feature. So one of the features of the old bag is that you could actually access, not this one, you could actually access the interior of the bag from this side without having to open up the entire clamshell of the bag. And they did not include that on the new 35 liter. At least the dark version doesn't have it. So this, on the outside, I'm going to show you. On the outside of this bag, there's only one pocket. There's this pocket right here. There's this zipper, and this is for your laptop. They still do have the little security tabs. And so how those work is they just have a little tab over it. So once your zipper is underneath it, if you try to pull it, you can't. It won't let you. So if you're walking around and like say you're on a bus or train, you're just sitting there and someone's just like, oh, I'm going to slip out their stuff on the side. If there wasn't the security tab, they could just gently zip the zipper down, take your stuff out and be gone. But they can't do that with this bag because if you have it underneath the little tab, they can't. I mean, they'd have to like fiddle with it to get it underneath in order. You're going to feel that. So you have to actually shove it underneath this right here. And then you can pull it through to open it. And they have that on both bags. So that's a really cool feature. I don't know if it's unique to Cotopaxi, but it's the only one I've ever noticed that has that. Now the laptop area is a little bit tighter on this bag than the other one. And maybe it's just because it's new. I don't know. But they've got basically, you have 2 pockets in here and it's way more felted. This bag right here, it's not felted at all, I don't think. Let me see. It's a really good question. Yeah, it's not felted at all. This is just the slippery fabric on the inside of the older one. And this newer one, they actually felted it. It's felt inside here. So it's really soft for your electronics, for your computer, for your tablets, whatever you want to put in there. That's actually a really good upgrade. I think the felt makes it really, really nice. I'm not going to see, watch. If this wasn't underneath the tab, I could zip it. But when it's underneath the tab, put it right underneath. You can't zip it. You can't unzip it. You can't zip it either. Okay. And as you can see, that's the only zipper on the side. Now this older version actually had 2 zippers on the side. One on this side, one on the other side. This side was for the laptop and it's way like you can pull it out a lot more. You can, but mine's older. That one just might be newer. And so it's not as stretched out. But anyway, this one had a little Velcro strap to hold it in place. This has got the slippery fabric, but this one right here this was the other side, and you also had the little tab to keep it in place, but this allowed you to access the interior of the bag without opening up the entire bag. Now, I actually thought that was pretty cool. I have used that lots of times, but the disadvantage of that is that if I'm staying in a hostel, which I do a lot, I stay in a lot of hostels, and I want to lock my bag, that side right there, I would have to do more work to try to get that to be, I don't know if I could ever fully lock it. Although what I think I decided last time is that I would lock it a different way. But bottom line is that people can still access the interior of your bag. I was mostly concerned in my other video that I did. I showed you how I did that with my lock. Basically, I have this tab pulled over for my whole bag. I have it on the side with the laptop part, and I just loop my cable lock through the two zipper pulls to close the bag, and also the one for the laptop one. And I loop them all together with the cable lock, and then you can't access the laptop area, but you can still access the interior of the bag. And say, for example, you had money or something in that little hidden pocket, someone can access that if they wanted to dig through your whole bag. I don't care if someone digs through my clothes necessarily. I mean, I don't want anybody accessing the interior of my bag, but anyway, long story short, if you have the older version, you still do have that access to the inside from the side, but if you have the newer bag, it doesn't have that feature. Now, I have not looked at the 42-liter bag, so that's the much larger bag, and maybe it has that feature on there. I have no idea. I haven't looked. I'll have to get my hands on one of those and do a review on the 42-liter, because actually after this video, I'm going to shoot another video. Watch for it. It's going to be a comparison with the 35-liter and the 28-liter. So those, in my opinion, if you're an urban backpacker and you're just going for, this, with this bag right here, this is easily all I need for months, because I feel like you just don't need a lot of stuff with you when you travel. You can buy stuff when you're out and about if you need more supplies or whatever. But as far as clothing, you really just need a very, very, very basic wardrobe. So this right here is ample. I wouldn't need the 42-liter, but some people really like it. The disadvantage of the 42 is that I think it makes it more difficult to bring it on the plane because it's that much bigger. I don't know if you can carry it on. It might just be a checked bag only, and I don't want to ever check a bag. So to me, the 35-liter is my max for me. Like I said, I have not tried to check the 42-liter on. You may be able to. So that'd be something you'd need to check on for yourself if you want to get a slightly bigger bag. But that's just, where you're at. But pretty much the features are very similar. So anyway, I wanted to show you. So now that you know the differences between the new and the old, the main difference is that they don't have the outside access into the inside of the bag on the new one. They also, from the side, they also do not have that little pocket, and they do have the felted interior for the laptop. Hey, so one of the things I forgot to show you, and I've got my little microphone off because I was just about ready to film my second video, and that was on the 28-liter pack. And I remembered I didn't show you one of the features of this dark edition. This is a new feature for the 35-liter. Mine doesn't have this feature. And I didn't remember because it's not loud and out there. I forgot about it. This side, on the side, there's a little space for your water bottle. And so it's perfect. Like, you can stick your water bottle here on the side. Mine doesn't have that feature. So anyway, I wanted to show you that really quick. And now I'm going to get back to filming my other video. So if you guys have any questions about this bag, and like I said, I have been traveling very extensively. I've been to more than 60 countries and counting. I have lots and lots and lots more places that I'm planning on going even this year. And this will be my travel companion right here. And my sister will be planning to take this when she travels. So anyway, I love the Cotopaxi bag. I could go on and on and on. I did a whole nother video. I will put the link someplace so that you can watch that video if you're interested. But basically, I just love this brand. It has done me well. Oh, I was going to tell you, we did this on the other video, but I don't think I really talked about it much on the colorful one because I didn't want to undo my sister's stuff. It's all tied up the way it came. I don't want to undo that for her. But basically, it's going to be the same as this one. So the hip belt is padded, and it's a really, really, really sturdy hip belt. So it really takes the load off of your bag. If you are not familiar with backpacking, I'm telling you, if you have a hip belt, it will change your life. I had another bag that I really liked. It was perfect. It was really small. It was terrific. But the carry system was horrid. It was absolutely horrid. So these are nice and padded. They're adjustable with the little sternum strap. They can actually, if you decide that you want to use this as a duffel, you just take these, you unclip them, and you slip them down inside this back, and you can take the hip one completely off. It's Velcroed, and you can just shove it in the bag. Now it's a duffel bag. So it's got lots of different uses. But I'm telling you, with this bag right here, if you use the hip part and you use these properly, let's put this on so you can see. Once again, I'm not doing this with the colorful one because it doesn't belong to me, so I don't think I should be putting it on for the first time. I mean, I don't think I should be the first one to put it on. Let's put it that way. So you can adjust these, make them tighter or looser, whatever you need to do. You always, always, always should put this on. It will definitely help with taking the load off your back. Anyway, that's that. It's empty. It's not even zipped up. Obviously, this is not how I would carry it, but you get an idea. It is so cute. It is the cutest bag, and it's just comfortable. You can have, I mean, I try to keep my pack light, but sometimes it gets a little heavy if I've gathered a few things and I'm traveling by train and I need to just get those things to my next place and I don't have to be worried about weight as far as airlines are concerned. I can shove a bunch of extra stuff in there, and essentially it can carry a lot of weight and you can't really feel it on your back. It's pretty remarkable. The whole design of this bag is fantastic. So I could go on and on. On and on and on. We don't need me to be using up all of your time for my love affair with the Cotopaxi, but I just wanted to share with you the dark version. Stay tuned for the next video that I'm going to shoot in the Cotopaxi series. Is actually the 28 liter. I have that actually. I'm trying to decide if I want to keep it for shorter trips, but I have it. I wanted to show you. One thing I wanted to tell you, and it's not that big. It's kind of an issue with this one as well. But I actually purchased the Del Dia. Del Dia is their line that is like random. So you never know what kind of colors you're going to get. It's all just based on the seamstresses that they have. They give them complete freedom for the Del Dia line. And they say, just you choose. You go to the scrap pile, you go to the scrap zippers, and you go to all of like the scrap fabrics, and you just choose out whatever color combinations you want, and you create the bag according to the pattern. It's amazing. I love that. I love it that they're giving their seamstresses, who have a very probably dull job most of the time, just sitting there sewing. They're giving them an opportunity for creativity. I love that. I think that's so lovely. And so anyway, and then they're using up scrap fabrics that would normally probably be thrown out. So that is the Del Dia. That's this bag right here. Nobody has this exact bag as me. No one has these exact colors. So if you were to order a Del Dia, you could order like 4 different kinds and be like, geez, which one do I want to choose? Because they're all going to be slightly different. Now, they do have a line that's just solid. Like you can say, I want that specific bag, and you can just order that. That's not Del Dia. That's a different line of their bags. But I personally just love the Del Dia. So this is a Del Dia right here. And so all of these zipper pulls, all of the features on the inside, this is all unique to this bag. Nobody will have this exact bag. So they will have the black part of it is the same for all of the dark version. But all of these kind of accents, they'll be unique to the specific bag. So anyway, guys, I'm stopping. I could go on and on, like I said, and we're not going to do that. So I just wanted to thank you for joining me. And once again, my name's Amy, and I am so glad that you came and watched this channel. And I hope that you continue to watch, because I have lots more travel related like tips and tricks for like things that you can make your travel easier. Plus, I also have like a lot of travel content in my own travel that I'm going to share. So anyway, I'll talk to you later, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.